Right now on WCNC Charlotte at 11, heartbreak in the Queen City. The community coming together, remembering the life of a 3-year-old boy and asking for answers in this senseless death. Asiah Figueroa shot and killed while he was sleeping inside his home.
Here's a look at a vigil for him earlier this evening. We will share what happened at this event in just a moment. But first, we want to verify the facts. We know there's a lot of speculation and questions surrounding this shooting. Let's take you through all that we know. Asiah died overnight after officers say a group of high schoolers fired about 150 shots into his home on Richard Rozzelle Drive. His 4-year-old sister was injured.
Police believe those teens have ties to Hopewell High School, North Mecklenburg High School, and Chambers High School. Now, one thing we are still working to learn: if this shooting was gang related. CMPD says that is something it is actively investigating. The department says it's pursuing leads and will be evaluating that angle to see if that is the case.
The shooting was all caught on a doorbell camera. We warn you, what you are about to see is graphic, but we're showing you so you can understand just how chaotic this scene was. As you can see here, cars pull up on the street. Once that happens, people get out, and then they start shooting. That gunfire lighting up the night. You can see there are lots of shots rattling off.
WCNC Charlotte's Ashley Daly has been at that home all day, where there is now a growing memorial.
Yeah, not only is the memorial for Asiah growing here outside his home, but today neighbors in this community, as well as community advocates against violence, gathered here to surround the little boy's mother, father, and grandmother in love. They also had a message for those responsible. In the blink of an eye, a mother and father's worst nightmare became a reality. 3-year-old Asiah Figueroa was asleep in his bed at his home on Richard Rozzelle Drive in Northwest Charlotte Tuesday night when gunfire erupted. CMPD says nearly 150 bullets were sprayed into his home, killing Asiah and injuring his 4-year-old sister. The sound of that gunfire may never be forgotten, but today, if only for a brief time, it was silenced, replaced with sounds of a community rallying together against the violence. There was prayer.
God, we're sick of it, we're tired, and we need you to show up even right now.
Then a balloon release. Asiah's father so overcome with emotion, one by one, the men surrounded him, giving him the strength. Asiah's mother was also there, heartbroken and sobbing, at times finding it hard to stand. The community not only showing their love and support for the family, but speaking out against the violence.
I'm asking for all parents around the world to start taking responsibility of their children's actions, because it comes from home.
CMPD says they believe the shooters could be teenage students connected to 3 Charlotte high schools, including Hopewell, North Mecklenburg, and Chambers, formerly Vance.
What we have to start doing is the grassroots part of this work, and that's being here and knowing what's going on and keeping our ears to the streets and really working with these young people, because they're going to be adults one day if they live to see it.
CMS tells me they'll continue to have added security at both North Mecklenburg High School as well as Hopewell High School throughout the remainder of the week. Reporting in Northwest Charlotte, Ashley Daly, WCNC Charlotte.
Thank you, Ashley. And sadly, Asiah's death is just one of several violent incidents happening in the Queen City in just the past few days. Police say there have been other related shootings leading up to this one, so we wanted to break down the timeline here. Our timeline begins Sunday night. That's when somebody shot and killed 16-year-old Jalen Xavier Foster. That happened in the 9700 block of Trinity Road. 2 others were hurt. The next day, Monday, September 6th, CMPD arrested a 14-year-old for Foster's murder. Fast forward late Tuesday around midnight, somebody shot into a house in the 5300 block of Kiev Drive. An hour later, a drive-by shooting at a home on Joe Morrison Lane. And that same night, a house shot into on Billingsville School Court, followed by another drive-by at a home on Mayor House Court. That night of violence culminating with more than 100 shots fired into a home on Richard Rozzelle Drive, killing 3-year-old Asiah Figueroa in his sleep.